What's good with y'all? SD2K back with another build video, and today I got a 6'8" point center build. I think this would be a really fun build. It can be good, and I think it would be better in the park rather than, rec or anything like that. But this was actually the build I wanted to make for my first build, but I made my LaMelo Ball build instead. But just off the name alone, I really wanted to make this build. That was literally my idea as I was making a build. I wanted to build with point center as the build name, and I thought this would be a really cool build all around. I think it'd be really fun. I think it'd be a lot different, and because of the position, I think you'll have a lot of people trying to guard you that'll have a hard time. But if you enjoy the video, drop a like, subscribe, comment any of the builds or gameplays you want to see, and I'll try to get that out to you. So you want to go center, or you could do power forward as well, but for the name, you have to go center. You have 6'8" on the height, 255 pounds, 6'8" wingspan. Now we'll start with the physical, so as we upgrade our other stats, we'll be able to see all the badges, everything like that. Start with a 78 speed, 72 agility, 73 strength, and an 80 vertical. So nothing crazy on the physicals, but it gets the job done. You're not weak. You're not a build that can't jump. You're not slow. You just, you're kind of mid on the physical end, but you make up for it with some of the scoring stats. You'll see here in a second. So on the close shot, you're gonna go to a 76, and it just brought that up on its own, but I would have put a 73 anyway. 80 driving layup, 75 driving dunk, 45 standing dunk, and nothing crazy on the finishing, but gets the job done. 80 driving layup is pretty solid. 75 driving dunk, that will give you Devin Booker, really good, safe dunk package. 45 standing dunk to get standing dunk packages. 76 just so you can hit your close shots. So nothing crazy, but this definitely will get the job done. You'll be able to score a lot with this. So come over here to three-point shot. You have a 89. So that will help you shoot a lot, especially if you're at the center position. It'll look pretty crazy. But if you want, you can cap rate this to a 92, but to start off, you'll have an 89, and that will give you silver, limitless range, paired with, from your mid-range, you will start with a 91, and you'll cap rate this up to a 96. So that'll give you crazy shooting all around. You'll be able to dribble and shoot really well on this build, especially for a center, technically. Then I put an 87 free throw, just because I play a lot of fives, and I think most people do. But I think this is a really good shooting build, And then, like I said, with the finishing, it's nothing crazy, but when you're such a threat from mid-range and three-point, you're going to get a lot of open layups and dunks with these attributes. Now come over here to playmaking, you're going to have a 86 ball handle, 75 speed with ball, and a 94 pass. And you will cap break this to 99. So ball handle, speed with ball, this is what I have on my point guard build, my 6'7" LaMelo Ball build. I'm able to cook up plenty fine with this. I've got clips on my shorts showing some of the dribble moves I've been able to get. I think you can ISO really well with this, especially if you're not, just a person that sits there and does 50 moves. If you just play smart, use 2 or 3 moves to get open and get your shot or set up your teammate, this is more than enough, and you're able to move really well with this. Now, on the pass accuracy, once again, I have a 99 pass on my point guard build. And I think if you're a point guard and you don't have at least a 91, I think you're really selling yourself short, because the high pass in this build is on this game is absolutely insane. You're able to zip the ball to your teammates in the blink of an eye, and you're able to set them up for some really crazy buckets that they wouldn't get without having a high pass. And especially once you get to 99, it's crazy, man. They will get a clean catch on almost anything, and you can just throw some wild, wild passes, and you won't be able to get it stolen from you, and you'll be able to get a lot of buckets off of that. Come over to defense, kind of just mid all around. 74 interior, 74 perimeter, and a 78 block. This is the same, once again, that I have on my point guard, and this is more than enough being that tall. You're able to get stops, but you're not a lock by any means. But you definitely will, you'll play solid defense with this. come over here to defensive rebound, and you have an 85, and you have a 60 offensive rebound. So you can get boards as well on this build. And I think that'll be more than enough, especially on this build. You probably would want to play with another center that would be bigger than 6'8". But I think all around this is a really versatile build. You can do a lot of different things with this. And the name, once again, we'll go over here. To continue, you get shades of Jokic, Sabonis, and Brad Miller. You be a shot creating point center. Really cool name. I really like that name. One of, if not my favorite in the game. I like shot obliterating lock and some of the other ones too. But this is a really cool name. But I'm gonna go do a quick recap of the cat records and we'll finish this up. So as you can see right here, you're gonna want to go +5 on the mid range, get that to a 96. +5 on the pass accuracy, get that to a 99. And then after that, you do have a lot of options. If you want to get your defense up, you do get really good value on perimeter defense as well as interior defense. But if you do want to get this perimeter defense up to 86, you're going to want to use two cat breakers right here to get your agility to 76. That'll give you silver eyeball menace. But other than that, there still are a lot of other options. You can get your layup up to an 85, get your driving nook up to 80. A lot of options really that would help this build out a lot. But like I said, I would put mid range up, pass act, and then maybe 3 point. 3 point wouldn't be a bad option either. But if you enjoy the video, drop a like, subscribe, comment any other builds or gameplays you want to see, and I'll try to get that out to you. I appreciate it.